of my favorite times of the week. Sunday. Walking Dead. The Big Bad You. So this episode right here, it was shocking. It was shocking. The best thing about this episode, the beginning of the episode came on, and Father Gabriel, he was doing his confessional and stuff like that. I just don't want to die a empty life or a life without purpose. I want to fulfill my purpose in death. Let my death be a purpose or something. That's not the best part of the episode though. The best part of the episode to me was the fact that they started off like that at the beginning of the episode. They went backwards a little bit. They went to the meeting before Rick and them showed up. So it was doing backstory. It was putting context to things that went on during the season. Putting a little behind the scenes. And 20 minutes in, they were done. They didn't stretch it out for a whole episode. They didn't do multiple episodes of it. They had a Negan episode, and they went to the other people, and they still showed Rick and them. Like, all kind of things that I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one that have been mad about The Walking Dead about certain things. That actually came through and kind of gave the fans what they wanted. Like, they're progressing in the story consistently. They're not just doing filler episodes. So I'm so happy about that. But now into what was going on. This episode was interesting because Negan and Father Gabriel, that was an interesting dichotomy. I don't know if I used it right, but it was an interesting mingling of them. They turned out to be a pretty good pair, man. Like Father Gabriel, he was adamant about getting Negan to whatever, to admit his wrongs or whatever. My mind just ain't working right now. But to confess. So he was adamant about getting him to confess. He eventually did, and he showed he had a little nuts too. He was kind of to Negan like, I killed the people that so and so. You killed sleep people. Negan, you gotta give it to him. He a funny motherfucker. Negan always got some lines and some quips to throw at you. So you can hate him as much as you want. He does make the show entertaining. But Gabriel did his thing. He tried to take the gun. Well, he did take the gun and stuff, and he went in the room, and eventually they wound up cutting a Walker up. And now we finally see why people don't do it more consistently. Because a lot of times when they have herds and stuff, you be like, man, why they don't just go to the trusty, cover yourself up? But they mentioned it. A lot of people have gotten sick doing that. It's something they didn't, as far as I remember, like as far as like Fear the Walking Dead, and Rick and them did it, and Glenn and them. I don't really remember people getting sick from that in particular. But it seemed like people have gotten sick. So maybe in other cases, are they just trying to give context as to why people don't do it all the time? And at the end of the episode, the beginning of the episode, Father Gabriel says, I don't want to die without purpose. So I'm like, he dying. This is going to be Father Gabriel's death. And throughout the episode, I was like, well, he made it through that. He made it through that. He made it through that. And I'm like, maybe he going to live. But to the end of the episode, yeah, I think his death is coming soon. Other things going on in the episode. Rick and Daryl. Daryl is kind of unhinged this season. I think due to him being locked up that time by the Saviors. So he's kind of lost it. Or he just wants revenge so bad. So him and Rick got into it. That was crazy. They blew the truck up and stuff. They did all that work to get the guns. So I'm wondering, like, but that truck, it didn't look like they had a lot of room for guns. But whatever they had on there, did they have like other big guns on there, and did they get blown up? Did they do all that for nothing? So I'm kind of thinking about along those lines. Did they lose all the guns that they tried to get? I don't know. But towards the end of the episode, towards like next episode, look like they're gonna be trying to get the trash people to help them. Why they keep trying to go get the Resident Evil woman? Huh. But anyways, try to touch on other things. Dwight and Eugene, they kind of have a little thing. Because Eugene keep looking at him. Eugene knows that he didn't sell the group out. So he's a smart dude. He's a smart, conniving little sucker. So I think he gonna sell Dwight out. He know he's putting it together that Dwight is the one that sold him out. So I think he's gonna sell Dwight out. It was interesting at the beginning of the episode whenever they had Homeboy, the original leader of the Hilltop, and like he was talking that shit like I'm gonna, this is my community and I run things, and nigga like, you don't run shit, and should I leave you alive or should I kill you and stuff like people are a resource, and they had their whole scene. Another thing, Rick, I'm all over the place, but Rick seen that the helicopter, like that was weird. Like when the last time they seen the helicopter, that was like when the people were, I think when the people were in the hospital, didn't they have a helicopter? I think, and I want to say maybe like the CGC time. I could get that acronym wrong. I could have the letters wrong, but the CGC, I think they might have had like a helicopter at the time when they were trying to get to the facility. I don't know, but I know I've seen a helicopter or something before on The Walking Dead. Or maybe I'm thinking of Fear the Walking Dead. But there is a helicopter, so they must have some kind of more powerful group in the Negan. And I don't think that's Negan's helicopter. And so I don't know what kind of stuff they're going to have out in the distance where they got helicopters and stuff. That's going to be a interesting thing. Maybe that's when they're going to have the Fear the Walking Dead crossover. I don't know. But to me, this episode was pretty good. The reason why I like this episode is because it kept going forward. And they still showing people. I'm happy that they showed Rick and Daryl. Like, even though they didn't show the Kingdom and all them, they didn't show everybody, but they showed enough people, like, to make it interesting. Like, because a lot of times, you know, Walking Dead, they'll do the same little formula, but they going away from that formula and they actually just progressing in the story. So I actually like that. So I was very happy with this episode. I'm really liking this season so far, but I really want to see what's going to happen between Negan and them, and we probably see by the season finale, but I like the way that the story is progressing. Drop your comments, what you think about this season so far. Did you like this episode? Did I miss anything? Fuck with your boy. Like, comment, subscribe. Gonna be the greatest and the most hated. Peace out.